don't care what they think or what they say about it, so I just go in there and troll. You know, they talk about it, I post her. Yeah, so just make them even more mad than what they are. So they just try to find something to hate. They try to find something to bring up on our relationship, but ain't nothing there. There's nothing you can find because I love my woman.
Stop the cap.
I believe that Travis Hunter thanked his girlfriend before thanking his own mother. For a lot of black people, that was strike number one. To thank.
I was once young, about to make a lot of money, and I know how to go. So I need you to hear me out. Number one, I don't want you feeling as though everybody jumping down your back or cats is hating. That's that young mentality. I want you to look at this like care about you. And especially in our community and in this industry, not a lot of brothers get the opportunity like you about to get.
But men that have that success are putting on him, Travis, that he, like what Bow Wow said, you're gonna go out there, you gonna have a bunch of tail thrown at you. You're saying that he doesn't have he has the same character that you have, which is uncontrollable, yes, inability to control yourself.
Mm-hmm. Hey, welcome back to Black Press. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Now let's get to it. So we're gonna get into it. There's been this one thing that I gotta hit on from 2024, and it's Travis Hunter. He's been in the news. He's been on social media talking. Him and his girl got a social media YouTube channel. Yeah. But you ever heard of him?
Not really.
I wouldn't expect you did. I keep up with it even though I don't follow all of the stats. But here's a good brief synopsis on what it is. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He did the summary, so appreciate him.
21, Travis Hunter was a 5-star athlete coming out of high school, and he had a lot of decisions to make as far as his next step in his collegiate journey. Around that same time, Deion Sanders was in the second year of his head coaching position at Jackson State University, and he had a real tough decision to make. He had already committed to Florida State, which is the school that Deion Sanders went to, and Deion Sanders had a position open for him at Jackson State, and he was the #1 recruit in the country. And it shocked the world when we found out this.
Florida State always been on my mind, but check me out, Mom, throw me that hat.
The whole world was shook. No #1 recruit had ever decided to go to an HBCU over the Power 5 conferences. And then we found this out on the Pivot podcast.
It's your choice to make, and I finalized and made that decision with at the time, my girl, she was still there. She still is here. So people don't know I had that conversation with her first before I went to my family and had that conversation.
Now this is interesting, guys. Before consulting his mother about his decision, he talked to his girlfriend. That's interesting. But think about this. The girlfriend said, hey, you should do it. Give her a round of applause. If Travis Hunter's girlfriend wanted him to go to Florida State, he wouldn't be winning the Heisman right now. But it's just weird that Travis Hunter consulted his girlfriend before consulting his own mother and making the decision, which also happened on his Heisman Trophy speech night. I believe that Travis Hunter thanked his girlfriend before thanking his own mother. For a lot of black people, that was strike number one, to thank your girlfriend before thanking your own mom. But let's continue. Now, going to Jackson State, Travis Hunter wasn't getting a lot of NIL money. He had to really tough it out and prove himself. And so when Deion got the job at Colorado, he decided to go there. But Travis Hunter was still broke.
We had enough money for the deposit, but not enough money for the furniture. When we first moved to Colorado, we had no furniture, no anything. We moved here in January, so it was really, really cold. It was snowing. Nothing in our house worked either, so we were freezing. It was like 40 degrees in the house. We were sleeping on a blow-up mattress, one singular blanket. We were so cold. I was in a ball in his arms. He was trying to be in a ball like right underneath me, and we were begging each other like, please go downstairs and change the AC, like please go turn the heater on. We were so cold we couldn't even like get up, and we just froze the entire night. The next morning we laughed for like an hour about it because it was hilarious.
Yeah, because also it's our first house to build part. That was one of those ones.
That was my favorite memory.
But that year he balled out, and I believe Travis Hunter became a millionaire that year. He made a lot of money on YouTube, made a lot of money on TikTok, made a lot of money on NIL deals, and everything else was crazy. He even bought his mom a new house last year and even posted about it on his YouTube channel. Then the Pivot podcast came by, I believe 2 months ago or a month ago, and they talked about, how he helps people.
I mean, I try not to focus on other people, focus on myself first, If my little brother asks me for something, I go get it for him. That's pretty much my main focus right now, to help my siblings. So that's pretty much my main focus right now, to help my siblings. So I just continue to go as far as I can so they can see and follow my footsteps where they don't have to ask me for anything.
Now, Travis Hunter as a young man is accountable to her. He makes sure that every game he don't talk to no other females.
I love my woman. When I take a picture with a girl, I make sure my hand is in the front. Then you can see both of my hands. I'm not that close to you. It's a routine, and I make sure I only take pictures with females when she's around.
That's cool. I respect that.
So
I really
everybody
don't care what they think or what they say about her,
it.
so I just go in there and troll. They talk about our poster.
But you're supposed to be
just make them even more
just
mad
out
than what they
there
are. So
slanging
they
it
just try to find
everywhere,
something to hate.
not
They try
being
to
held
find
down
something
by a
to bring up on
all
our
that,
relationship,
everything
but ain't nothing there.
that
Ain't nothing you can find because I love my woman.
LeBron James.
Stop the cap.
Is done, pretty much, right? And he catching a lot of slack. Got a lot of guys in the game trying to tell him, that's not the move for him to be with somebody. But in the video, if you didn't hear it, she was saying that when they moved to Colorado, they were freezing in an apartment with nothing, and she was still there.
Yeah.
And if you see one of the images that when she's on the field with him, like at the beginning, she's wearing braces.
Yeah.
So it ain't like she was fine the whole time. At some point, she had to get braces, so she didn't have it all straight in the face.
Yeah.
So it's not like, she was just fine and she just already jumped on him. But he catches a lot of slack, and some of it could say it's a little bit valid, but most of it, I don't think so. But this is one of the worst ones right here. Bow Wow, who says let's bring the Diddy parties back. Bow Wow has something to say.
Check this out, gang. It's coming from your boy Bow Weezy, right? I never met you, don't know you, know nothing. But I will say this, because I've been watching from afar. I'm not the type of people business, but I was once young, about to make a lot of money, and I know how to go. So I need you to hear me out. Number one, I don't want you feeling as though everybody jumping down your back or cats is hating. That's that young mentality. I want you to look at this like care about you. And especially in our community and in this industry, not a lot of brothers get the opportunity like you about to get. You know what I mean? You about to get the biggest check in your life. You about to go to the NFL. And all we are doing is waking you up, young brother. Because if you don't see what's going on, gang, if we didn't, we'll let you crash out. But from one player to the next, I ain't going to tell you what to do, but I want you to open up your eyes, man.
What aggravates me on this is, what do you mean you trying to wake him up? Like your life has been perfect and you've been doing it all right.
Yeah. He's just trying to say that beware of the groupie female mentality, but she's not a groupie as you can see. She's look like a wholesome girl. But
well, that could be some of the stuff that they've been saying is coming out is like, she's not completely wholesome. But for me, for that part, I'm just wondering, like, what do you mean by wake him up? Like you're walking around awake as if you're doing everything. Like you have the full wife, family, picket fence, and everything that you're doing is for the future legacies of your great.
I understand what he's saying, though. He's speaking from his experience and what he went through.
Yeah, and his experience
was
is wrong.
Because he was young when he came into the game, too.
I'm gonna let him keep going. Let him keep going.
Money tongue out. Total violation. That would have been packing up my crib that day. I don't play that shit. You out. And it's like you so caught up in being in love with this mother, bro. I don't even think this woman really loved you like that, bro. You gotta watch the signs, man. That woman said you wasn't even her type. If a woman tell me she not my type but end up with me, then what's keeping you here? What's keeping you here then? If I'm not your type, that means you going off looks. So what the f keeping you here? You gotta ask, but you young though. But you gotta ask yourself them questions. We not coming down on you, brother. We trying to wake you up. You know what I'm saying? Before this motherfucker end up. Last but not least, young brother, I want you to live your life, man. You young, man. I don't even think you 24 yet. Do you know how much women are about to be thrown your way? Boy, you the Heisman Trophy Award winner. Can't no nigga give you no advice better than me, because I was young with the bag and I'm still here doing it, navigated through this whole shit. A nigga can't, I'm telling you from first-hand experience, brother, it's about to be so many women about to throw that thing your way, you ain't gonna be able to turn it down. So all it's gonna do is just lead to frustration and all type of in your household anyway. Young brother, snatch that ring back, get focused on what's important. It's hard to build your shit when you got a broad with you that's, bro, you in the media more for the broad than you is for the winning the Heisman. I don't like that. You know what I mean? So I don't give a look. Coach Prime got my number. You know how to hit me. I'm telling you, nigga, I ain't coming down on you. I ain't trying to hate on your situation. But my nigga, wake up. TRaVis.
So what you were saying?
So I never saw the video. It's my first time seeing it, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, the stuff that he said about the female that he's with, you wouldn't disrespect the person that you're with like that. Like she put heart in cash out smiley face to another sports player or something like that.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
Why you say that?
Okay. I wouldn't do it myself.
So if you was doing that,
that's his fiance now. If they were just girlfriend, boyfriend, and she did that, fine. It's not that serious. It's not that serious because
actually, I think it's the opposite though. Because
why?
Because it's more serious if we're dating because you haven't made a commitment to be my wife. So you haven't taken a step to make something that could be official, right? Think about it. When you see, okay, but what about when you see somebody doing something great? What would you say? Hard eyes and the cash money, the cash tongue out.
I wouldn't do it like that.
Okay, say it was your best friend.
That's my best friend.
If she was posting something awesome on the ground.
But that's personal. I'll be like, get it, girl. Or
ain't that the same thing?
It's not because she don't know him. The person that she
How you know
did that to. Because that's fan behavior.
Okay, but also when y'all in that type of here's the thing. We will look at stuff and use that as a signal to do confirmation bias. To be confirmation bias. So, okay, I already think that you out here for the money. I already think you out here for the streets. So everything that you do, I'm going to tag that to, I believe, to confirm what I already believe. When hard eyes and money eyes with the tongue, that means
hard eyes
I love to see you doing great.
Okay.
Get to the bag.
I can see that too. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because
I mean I use hard eyes for a bunch of my friends.
I don't think hard eyes should be. If you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be putting no hard eyes under somebody else. You put hearts. And
I think that's insecurity bias. Where why are you putting hard eyes?
You remember back in the day when the cartoons and stuff would had their eyes shut out.
Yeah, but we throw emojis out so much these days.
You don't think it's of significance?
No. I think you know why I think that should be that Bow Wow and other people view it that way? Because that's what they think. Bow Wow think if a woman put hard eyes out on one of his images, oh, she want to smash. Because you think you want to smash that. You want to smash, so you assume that hard eyes automatically being smashed.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, with the face. Hit the like button. Thank you.
Okay, I can see both sides because I mean, everybody has been in a situation before where you put hard eyes under someone's
Yeah.
thing that you you love what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
And you want to show them love.
Yeah.
So you put in hard
Hard
eyes, you
eyes.
put in
I love to see you doing great.
yeah, and then sometimes they take it the wrong way and then they run with it and it's like, "Oh, she liked me."
Yeah.
So it's very
Yeah.
it's a thin and fine
So then
line.
it's a I think it's a thing of about emotional intelligence or just maturity level.
Mhm.
Like I could love to see you doing great and
Mhm.
not be intention and have intentions of trying to get with you.
Because that's how that's how people's drive are is to want to be attracted to the other sex.
Yeah, but I think that's a part where we have a problem in our community,
Mhm.
and not just in our community, but just around in our American culture
Mhm.
of it's everything has to be about sex, everything has to be about intimacy. So if I hit hard eyes on you and say and in the Cash Money tag, that
Mhm.
mean you think or that's automatically assume that I'm saying I think you're sexy and you're rich and let's get to it. And when it's really just I love to see you doing great
Yeah.
and get into the bag.
But
But it's our thought process.
It
Our
is.
thought
It
process is thinking that it has to be that way. When so as a teacher,
Mhm.
I remember I told you I loved to see one of the science teachers come over one of the math teachers come over to the science teacher and say, I just found an exercise that I can do for my students that integrates what we're doing in math and what you're doing in science. And
Mhm.
then it's like the excitement on her face is like, I love to see that.
Mhm.
That's hard eyes. I love to see how excited a teacher can be to find something that can connect with the students on two different subjects.
Mhm.
That's a hard eye. She ain't getting regular money for it, same money, but still, I love to see it.
I mean, think of it this way, like we in a relationship, right?
Mhm.
And somebody come put hard eyes, like, "Ooh, I love to see you do it," or something close to that.
What hard eyes and comment? Is it hard eyes and comment?
You don't catch.
I'm
You
saying.
don't catch feelings because
No, I won't.
If you put a picture up and some random female that I don't know personally was to put hard eyes, I'm checking for that.
Are you?
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't pay
going
no
to the
attention
post. I'm gonna get my girl.
That ain't
We
never
gonna go on the
happened.
post.
Well,
and we
actually,
gonna
I'm
check
pretty
and
sure
say,
somebody's put.
who is this? And we gonna check it.
Yeah, we're gonna check it. All right.
Yeah.
Because if you need to do all that, then obviously you don't understand who I am, and that's another thing.
It's not
That's-
about you. It's about the
It
other
is.
person.
It
Because
does not.
if it's
So
somebody
you're
else,
gonna engage in that.
No, but
every time
listen.
somebody does something.
sometimes you have to check people because people will try you, and if you allow them to take an inch, they'll take a mile, right?
Try you. How is somebody trying you
That
by
is
putting the
that's
hard eyes on
disrespectful.
Instagram?
It's disrespectful.
Okay, what? So here's the thing, though. So what if
Mhm.
this person that put hard eyes has known me and been friends with me since the first grade, but she just happens to be a girl.
And I don't know her?
I've known her for longer than I've even thought of you.
Then I would have to know her, right? Because
Why?
if y'all that close,
No, it's not about
then-
being close. I have a lot of like there are females that I've grown up with in school,
Mhm.
and we're not super close, but that's because of the way our lives have moved in different directions.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean I don't love to see you doing great.
That's why you check and investigate.
No, you don't check and investigate.
It's like,
My
okay, is
goodness,
that
I did not
person.
think this was going to go this way. I didn't think this conversation was going to go. This makes
Okay.
absolutely no sense.
It
How-
does.
No,
I understand.
no.
I understand
Like
that.
I love to see every friend that I've ever had. I
Mhm.
love to see you doing great. Even some of the enemies that I had, I love to see you doing great because I love to see us doing great.
I understand that. I mean, okay,
So hard eyes,
I-
I'm like, cool. She loves to see me doing great. Thank you.
that's too much.
Why is it too much?
Because you can
we
put a
have a
thumbs
culture.
up.
we have a
You can
culture.
put a
It's
sign
too
like
much
this.
because we have a
You
culture
ain't gotta do all
that
that.
says that every time somebody puts hard eyes, they want to cuff you.
That's what it's related to.
That's
A
the
lot of
problem.
it.
That's the problem with our culture.
Mhm.
See now, the issue I have also is like other than I think it was King
Mhm.
King Harris said he bigged up them and was like, yeah, do your thing.
Mhm.
Nobody's like, okay, if you're gonna do this, maybe you should make sure you communicate this. Make sure you communicate that. If this seems like something that might be out of pocket, but how y'all's relationship work, that
Mhm.
might be cool for you. Make sure y'all communicate.
Yeah.
Love you the most for you. The problem is we want every person, every
Mhm.
male that's a successful NBA or anybody that's successful in sports to go out and be the same dog that every man behind them was. When we gonna actually want to change and say, hey, maybe this person can marry the girl he fell in love with and be. You are put men that have that success are putting on him, TRaVis, that he, like what Bow Wow said, you're gonna go out there, you gonna have a bunch of tail thrown at you. You're saying that he doesn't have he has the same character that you have,
Yeah, he
which
doesn't
is
have what it takes to
uncontrollable.
control himself.
Yes, inability to control yourself.
Mhm.
You're saying he can't control himself like you couldn't control yourself. You
Yeah.
had Sierra, and now she's with Russell Wilson. What was wrong with you?
Mhm.
Because if Russell Wilson could do that, can get her to do that, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. And I commend him. That first video that showed he went to his girlfriend and told her like, "Hey, I'm thinking about going here and there."
Yeah.
And they made that decision together.
Mhm.
And then he got his mom in afterwards. As a mom, like that's how you raise your children. Like you
Mhm.
raise them enough to have them be able to make their own decisions based
Yeah.
off of whatever they have.
Yeah.
Him consulting his girlfriend was actually a good thing because that shows that okay, he's growing into a man.
Yeah.
He's not coming to me like a baby all the time and I have to put the burden on my shoulders of having to try and
Yeah.
figure his life out for him.
And
So I
because
commend him for that.
people also don't have the word in their heart because it specifically says in Genesis,
Yeah.
this therefore a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife.
Yeah.
Meaning he's gonna ask for her opinion more
Mm-hmm.
than his mother and father. And if he can't figure it out with her, then he talks to the mother and father.
Yeah.
But we don't think about that. We think, oh, you're supposed to be making all the moves and you're not supposed to ask her for her consideration on topics. And
That's
things.
the wrong way to think about
If this
things.
is someone that you consider to be your future, you
Mhm.
should be wanting to communicate things like that. And then she moved with you into an apartment with nothing. Y'all in there freezing.
We had enough money for the deposit, but not enough money for the furniture. When we first moved to Colorado, we had no furniture, no anything. We moved here in January, so it was really, really cold. It was snowing. Nothing in our house worked either, so we were freezing. It was like 40 degrees in the house.
Like trying to get each other to go change the AC. I've
Yeah.
lived like that before. And I can understand, like there's a tie that you have with somebody that you go, when you go through that type of struggle together.
Mm-hmm.
You create those bonds. And then, I mean, again, why can't we want to see better in those coming behind us than we did before them? Why aren't we wanting to say, hey,
You know why?
yes, you're doing great, do that, go build a family, do the right things so that your generations after you can be successful, so that your brothers and sisters, like he was talking about, can see you doing it and know that it's possible, so that other children that are growing up watching you play in the NFL can see you being a husband, father, friend, and doing these things in the right way while still getting to the bag
Mm-hmm.
and doing it the right way so that they can see something other than just running around here chasing tail. I don't get it. Why are we not wanting that success to be possible? And if
It's because they haven't so some people are like stunted in their growth. So they reach a certain point where it's like, okay, I'm stuck here. Let me try to reach back and correct him before he makes the same errors and mistakes that I have made. But he hasn't gotten to the point where he's a husband. But he's a dad, of course, yes. But he hasn't gotten to the point where he's a husband, a provider for a family unit that's still together. He hasn't got there yet, so he can't speak on that experience. He can only speak on the experience that he's went through. So he's going back to offer him what he already has.
Right. Again, so that means you're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing things the wrong way, pretending that they're the right way, and then telling that young man that he's asleep for wanting to do it the right way.
He's just stunted in his growth.
That's what I'm saying. We need to understand that maybe some of the things that we do need to wake up. Oh, and let me go back. So I don't want to say that it was all Bow Wow, because maybe Sierra had to grow up too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she had a kid with Future, so I mean, obviously she still needed to grow up.
Yeah.
But I just want us to actually want better for our community versus just wanting men to be successful and chasing tail, and women to be chasing men that are chasing tail.
They got the bag.
Yeah, it's just it's frustrating. It's annoying. And I don't get it. Actually, I do get it, but
yeah,
we'll go in deeper in that in a different day. So anyway, what do you think? What do you think about that? Let us know. What do you think about the TRaVis Hunter and his fiance and all of that? It's crazy. It's life. And one more thing, if he does, even if it fails, this is the problem. This is the part that a lot of us don't recognize. We're never gonna make all the perfect decisions. But as long as TRaVis Hunter follows what he believes is right in his heart, he's gonna be okay. If you if you believe you're gonna marry her and then still be going out there sleeping with other women, then yeah, of course it's gonna fail.
He don't look like that type, though.
He don't seem like it. But even if it fails, we act like everything that we had to do in the beginning, he's already getting success financially. And you don't need millions and billions of dollars to live a great life. So even if things fail, money, this and that, it's the experience of life because you only have one. So why would you want to experience the life of never actually making a connection and trying to do it the right way? At least try to do it the right way first. That's all I'm saying. Like, try to do it the right way versus going straight to the staying a player and not accomplishing nothing. And now your generations past you are like, well, what did granddad do? He played football, made a bunch of money, and made a bunch of kids, but none of them, he was Cam Newton.
You just need a good mentor.
Come on, man.
Good mentor.
So, yeah. What do you think? Comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think.
Hey, you. Yeah, you with the face. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thank you.
Please like, comment, share, and